This is the Sports Dynasty Podcast. I'm Trevor, and this is Juan. Before you get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We're on Apple Podcasts. Go to your Apple Podcast apps, type our names in, and we are there. You can download us, you can listen to us, whatever. We're also available on any other podcast platforms that you so choose to use.
Whatever.
We're everywhere. That being said,
Whatever.
I also joined the Facebook group. We're on Facebook and Instagram. The conversation is buzzing, especially with everything going on as far as the MLB Hall of Fame and coaching hires. You know,
MLB Hall of Fame.
yes, that's. Whew, I'm happy. I'm happy that he got in.
Well, I know you're high about
but
that.
Clearly the system is flawed and they have to fix it.
I think it's flawed in every sport.
Yes,
to be 100%
but
honest.
now baseball is probably the worst.
I think everything in baseball is the worst.
But
there's a reason why I can't stand that entire league. I almost said association league.
Man, let's get started.
Let's talk about the superior league, shall we?
Yes, the NFL is king in America. And let's talk about some coaching vacancies that have been filled. We'll start off in Green Bay with Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator for Green Bay, has accepted the job in Denver to replace Vic Fangio. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. He did have Aaron Rodgers for the last couple of years. The places where he was also in Jacksonville in 2017, where he had one of the best rushing attacks in the league during that year. But other than that, it's good to have a new face, or a new direction, because they always had defensive coaches in the last couple of years in Denver. So now you have somebody there who can probably get the offense rolling. You know, who knows? Maybe they'll develop a quarterback, maybe in the draft, because I'm not too sure if
fish hook, right? Mm-hmm. You can get bait, and you get that worm put in the bait, and you throw it in the water. You know that's what he is, right? Bait.
I see.
That's what he is. He's bait.
Yeah.
So if this backfires, I can't wait to see the monstrosity that's going to be in the Broncos next year.
Yes.
I'm excited.
For those who not understand what Juan is saying, he may be bait to bring in a certain quarterback that he coached the last couple of years.
He means loser.
Yes. But for sake of a better word, Aaron Rodgers, they're trying to lure Aaron Rodgers in to somewhat salvage and make this move make sense.
If he does go there, that's going to be a dangerous ass team.
Yes.
But I think we know what the result's going to be.
Yes.
But that is going to be a dangerous team, though. Because all they're missing is quarterback.
True.
And good offensive play calling.
Which also tells me that John Elway is still terrified that he can't find someone to develop quarterbacks. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater is a seasoned vet. He going to take you, but so far, Drew Lock is unfortunately Drew Lock, and whatever. But there's nothing most they can do over there. Like, are you going to draft a quarter? If Aaron Rodgers doesn't come in, are you going to bring in a quarterback in the first round? You may not have no choice.
I almost argue they got to do it regardless.
Yeah, I think
they need something. To be back there, because Aaron Rodgers is not the youngest cat either. So
even though I've said it before that there really isn't a first round that's worth for quarterbacks, but people argue and say this. We have Sam Howell, we have Matt Corral. I'm like, whatever.
That's not going to stop teams Pittsburgh from doing that.
True. So whatever. So if y'all obviously it's inevitable that they'll go in the first round. Do I think this should happen? No.
Has that ever happened ever?
Not in my lifetime.
That's what I'm saying. The closest might have been 2013. I think it's only one drafted, EJ Manuel, which is what this draft is kind of being compared to.
Oh God.
Oh, Buffalo. Well, Buffalo's fine now. They're fine now.
Oh, trust me, Buffalo is.
They're good. They have a 15-year star, so they're good now. They don't care.
Yeah, they went from EJ Manuel, Jeff Toole, JP Losman to the future. Josh Allen.
I think he's the present. Actually, I think he's here now.
I'm sorry. I don't respect Josh Allen. But yes, he is their guy for the next 15 years, clearly. And good luck. So that's Nathaniel Hackett for that's now the new head coach for the
teams. Hire this early all the time.
No, usually not.
Kind of early.
Yeah, usually not really. Maybe because the extra week kind of like throws it off a little bit. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, no, that makes some sense. Okay,
makes sense. They usually, because right now, any other week,
it's not even conference championship game. Not even freaking played
No, I'm
yet.
saying,
It
I
was
know
not
I'm saying,
everybody.
but at least
No, it makes sense though.
in other years, we're literally in the Super Bowl bye
Yeah,
week.
we are. Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, he's the new head coach for Denver, and another head coach that has been filled
Yeah, let's
is
make this faster.
yes, it's Chicago. This Chicago. I'm not gonna lie to
The
you.
Colts dude, right?
Yeah, the Colts dude. I'm trying to remember his name. I had his name.
His name is weird. That's why you're not
Um,
remembering it right.
Eberflus is his
His last name.
last
Yes.
name. Matt Eberflus, the defensive coordinator from Indianapolis, is now the new head coach for the Chicago Bears. The recent Chicago Bears had recently hired their new GM. His name was Ryan something, Ryan Day, something like that. So I don't know, but we should know this, but it's like
I don't care.
who cares?
It means nothing to me until after the offseason when I see their moves.
Yes,
that's why I don't care about this. That's why he's talking more than I am. I really don't give a rat's ass about this.
yeah,
I'm ready to talk about some football this Sunday. That's what I'm talking about.
So he's the new head coach for the Bears. To me, he was a very, very good defensive coordinator. That's definitely turned that defense around the last couple of years in Indianapolis. So it's good to see him
especially with no secondary.
Yes,
yeah,
and still, it's really good to see him get a shot in there to really try to turn that circus around in Chicago and turn it into a Broadway show. Because let's be honest, a lot of clowns were in this
I like that
organization,
turning from a circus to a Broadway show.
Yes, a lot of clowns were in this
great New York thing you just said.
Definitely. But I want to see now. Obviously, we're gonna see how they're gonna build this. A lot of bad contracts on this team, by the way. A lot of bad contracts on this team.
What we need to know is who's gonna be the offensive coordinator.
True.
Because that should be the most important thing they get for Mr. Justin
Fields. Let's see. But until then, we'll figure it out. He'll probably have a staff ready and everything. We'll probably have more of his coaching staff after the cycle of head coaching jobs is over.
Yeah, which is why I thought it was a little early.
So maybe we're gonna wait.
What else happening? Jacksonville almost got Brian Leftwich, right?
Yeah.
Raiders almost got McDaniels. Thank you.
Yes.
Is there another one?
McDaniels in Raiders. That's pretty much it.
Those two. Okay, yeah. So
yes, there's not really much to talk about as far as the coaching staff. We'll probably have more in depth of who will be hired after the games. After the games on Sunday, we'll have more of an idea of who will be the next head coaches and new GMs in their area. But other than that, let's talk about some football. The final four of the NFL. Then that there were four. Two of those teams will achieve their biggest dream, while the other two will be sitting on the couch like everybody else. We'll see.
Okay.
Start off.
You tried hard with that one, huh?
I did. To start off with the AFC Championship game in Arrowhead.
Was that 3:00?
Yes, in Arrowhead, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh yeah, I should probably go look for the gambling stuff.
Yes,
mind you, we're planning on making a show one day, and I keep forgetting this.
Yes,
where are you, NFL? There you are, NFL.
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, it's the same. Okay, I knew all this by heart. I was doing my research.
Are going to head to Arrowhead, take on the Chiefs.
Yep, Chiefs favored by 7. Over and under is 54.5. It's literally been that line since Tuesday.
The Bengals won their Week 17 matchup.
As shown in the ticker.
And it's on the ticker, 34-31 in a shootout.
In a comeback win, actually.
Very, 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 very good effort there. The Cincinnati Bengals have shocked literally. I think we get one every year. I think we get one team every year that no one's going to make it this far. And like, look at the Titans in 2019, they made it this far out of nowhere. The Bengals, which we see that your boy Joe Burrow is he's the guy there. He's clearly he'll only get better from there.
And not last year.
Yeah, last year I really no, not last year. But we'll probably get one every other year. We get one of those teams that they made it to the final. They made it to the Final Four. Oh wow! 2017 was Jacksonville. 2018.
I mean, they were pretty good though. I knew they were gonna make it because once I saw them line up with Buffalo and Pittsburgh, I said they're gonna sweep through. They're gonna lose in New England. Because I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that, but we're smart. So
yes. So yeah,
Atlanta in 2016. The way they did it, they beat the hell out of everybody in the NFC. I don't think everybody's seen that coming. But yeah, I have a couple updated DVOA stats for the Final Four. So Kansas City, they are actually second in total DVOA. The number one is obviously still playing. They are second on offense and they are 12th in defense. Remember, there are 14 teams coming into this playoff, so they are 12th, meaning they are third to last on defensive DVOA. That's what 12th means. Yeah. Now, Cincinnati, they are 4th in DVOA, 5th in offense, and 8th in defense. Those are total overall stats.
Interesting. Well, if you think about I personally think in the last game that it was a big shootout last game. I don't think it'll be the shootout this time around. Honestly speaking, I personally think that Kansas City may run away with this. I think experience, especially they're playing at home. Especially how they played their hearts out against Buffalo last week. I think that they know that, hey, listen, let's do this. I like the run that Cincinnati went through, whatever, but they're not ready. They're ready to make a next step. It's not this year. Like they shown us that they can be really good in the future when they fix everything around. But I think Kansas City wins this game. Yeah, I think they're gonna win this game convincingly. I think they're gonna run away with this game. So yeah, that's just me.
No score, no deficit, no nothing.
I'm gonna say 31-13, Kansas City. I think
that's not convincing as an ass whooping.
Convincingly, I think to me they're gonna have no problems in this game. They're gonna run away with this game.
That's an ass whooping. They ain't comfortable. No, that they beat the hell out of them. That's what that is. Okay, so the last time they played, right? It took interesting penalties and interesting fourth down decisions by Zach Taylor in order for him to sneak the game away because they were down double digits around the halftime. If it wasn't for a drop from a certain overrated receiver, they actually would have probably beat the hell out of the Cincinnati Bengals at Cincy. Interesting, though, the defense of the Cincinnati Bengals really kind of stepped up this entire postseason, though. But you can also call it circumstantial in a sense because you did play the Raiders, who I still think to this day they shouldn't have been in the playoffs to begin with. And Tennessee was just plain out disgusting last week. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts or anything nice to say about it. They played like they didn't belong there either. Even though they did, but they belong, but they didn't play like they did because Tannehill and those off. Oh
they
my
didn't play like
god,
they didn't play like they're supposed to be the number one seed in the AFC.
That was embarrassing what they showed last week, and I hope Titan fans are revolting because they should be. So you can say maybe it was more who they played versus how good they played. You can make that argument for the Cincinnati defense. Now they're playing against Kansas City Chiefs, who should have laid 35 of them in one half a few weeks ago. What's funny, though, is that I feel like they did things right defensively, but when there's a talent gap, sometimes it's too much.
Which clearly is.
It's too much to overcome because they have the players in the right position. But when you got average players, you know what I mean, going against Tyreek and going against even Miko Harmon, they still fast. They're not good, but they're fast. And Travis Kelce, who found his legs because he was playing like that in the regular season, found his legs, and Mahomes is playoff form. Mahomes is
it's too much.
It's just too much for you to bear, and it's not necessarily your fault. It's that when someone's better than you, someone's better than you.
And see, I agree. Like I mentioned before, it's just that simple. I agree. It's to me the Chiefs have something to prove here. They're saying that listen, they clearly in the class of the AFC, even though they had a down year for their standards, was a down year for them
in the regular season terms. Yeah,
for them, but they're ready.
But that's one side of the ball. So do I expect Mahomes to put up like 35 points? Yes. The other way around. Now, if you remember, there was a lot of lob streaks, a lot of one-on-ones versus the Kansas City corners versus the receivers. I also forgot one thing. The Kansas City offensive line was not healthy in that game also. They had Joe Tooney playing left tackle and all that. See, Orlando Brown, I don't think he's that good. But Orlando Brown is back, and Tooney's back in his original left guard position. A completely healthy offensive line. That's issues galore, I think, for the Cincinnati Bengals. They're probably going to go through what happened with Buffalo last week, and they're going to allow 5 to 7 minute drives. I think that's what's going to happen. So, again, I like them scoring 30-something too. Back to, Burrocks. Back to him. I don't see what Kansas City can do to be better than what they were beforehand. If I'm not mistaken, I think they were healthy in that game, right? They had Chris Jones, I think, in that first matchup.
They did.
So what more can they do to slow down Cincinnati the way that they were. I mean, they did get a lot of flags against them in that game. That's 100% a fact. Like there was a couple of calls that they should have had, and I did see some push offs from them receivers too. But we're in the playoffs, so guess what?
A
A
lot
lot
of
of those
those
whistles
are
are
not going to be called
swallowed. So
playoffs.
it might play out exactly
Exactly.
the same. So we're gonna get another classic shootout. And what's funny, last week's game, it kind of came out of nowhere because I think in the beginning of the fourth, I think they're both in their early 20s or something like that. Like they were way under their over and under score. And then it just blew up in the fourth quarter. I think it's gonna be more or less they're gonna have a couple more haymakers in this game. But it's just that I don't think Burrow's gonna score enough. And I think Spagnuolo's gonna be a little bit more blitz happy in this one. So it's gonna be a little bit more pressure.
Which makes sense because that offensive line is very, very
Yeah,
suspect. So that will make a lot of sense.
yeah.
Which to me, honestly speaking, even though he plays well under pressure, but again, it's a whole different animal here.
Not only that, I also think that the cornerbacks are going to play not necessarily better. They're going to get a better break, I think, in this game. They're going to be able to hold on those receivers too. So they're going to be able to get physical with them back. Not like the regular season where they couldn't put their hands on the receivers at all. Now, especially in Arrowhead, and you got that crowd noise to deal with. So even though they've won on the road last week, but again, this other team plays so bad, I don't know how much stock you could put into that. You know what I mean? Versus here, you're going against the best team basically in the NFL, in the best home field advantage in the NFL. Dude, like I don't know. As cold blooded as Burrow is, he's not gonna get it done. Kansas City's gonna win. And I like the score of 35-24.
Okay.
I feel like you're disrespecting my boy a little bit too much. That 13s, chill. Like,
listen, I love Joe Burrow, man. He's great, but I think it's too much for him.
I think my score is Kansas City wins comfortably. You could predict an ass whipping. I'm predicting a comfortable win. Kansas City. They're going to be winning the whole game. So for bettors, if you look at the first quarter or first half bets, please look at, especially the first half and second half bets, look at Kansas City. I'm pretty sure this is going to win you like $50-$60 per half. Do it. I think they're going to be winning the whole game comfortably. What happened in the first game, instead of them stopping in the second half like they happened, they're going to continue scoring. I like 35-24. I wouldn't be surprised if it's double-digit will lead into the fourth quarter. And watch out. And I say watch out for McKinnon in the fourth quarter with them. So I like Kansas City. They go in the Super Bowl. I think that was obvious.
Yeah.
For a while, and we even said it, even though we kept trying to deny it. I think we said this like 2 months ago, that once we saw them starting to get it, like they're gonna go there and championship game. We said it quick. Yeah, so we got that in our bag. All right, NFC championship game, 6:30 Eastern time, right?
Yes. Round 3.
Round freaking 3.
Yes, between the San Francisco 49ers.
Who's still gonna be taking over that stadium, by the way. I don't care what type of stupid blocks they were trying to. They're trying to play out, hit them out like if there are no San Francisco fans all over California, not just San Francisco. No.
To be honest, the Rams got there like 5 years ago, like 6 years ago. They got to LA.
Yeah, I think San Francisco's been there since like 1960.
Yeah.
I'm just saying California.
There's 49ers fans all the whole state, so this was dumb. And they're gonna take over the stadium again because you can't stop that.
They say they're going to sell tickets to people in Los Angeles
zip
code.
Yeah.
And there are no 49ers there. Are you sure? Stupid? Are you sure?
The NFL,
I still feel like most of your fans are still in freaking Missouri. But whatever.
I mean, they were in Missouri. Now they're Chiefs fans, which I don't blame them, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't blame them.
But I still feel like I'm not that off, though. But whatever, yeah.
I mean, true indeed. And also, the fact of the matter is that NFL shouldn't allow that.
I don't think they care because they know.
Yeah.
They're like, you could do that all you want. I'm still pretty sure 65, maybe 65, not 98 like it was the last time they were in the Rams stadium. Now it's going to be 65% red.
Yeah.
Gambling. Yes. Rams hosting the 49ers. The over and under is 45.5. It's kind of a lot. And the spread is 3.5 for the Rams. Last time they played is in the ticket. Oh, they actually went over because of overtime. They scored 51. Combined last time. It took a fifth quarter though, but it did. So yeah.
Honestly speaking, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys.
This is hard as hell.
It's gonna be hard as hell because divisional game, playing. They're familiar. They're so common. They're so familiar with each other.
Oh wait, stats, numbers, scientific data review.
Sorry.
Rams actually number 1 in DVOA. They're third on offense and second in defense, while the San Francisco 49ers are fifth. They are 11th in offense, which is what, fourth worst? Yes, fourth worst. You know why?
Yeah, of course.
Last week helps. And their defense is high. It is third. Their defense is third. They did carry to win. And special teams.
Yeah, definitely.
Their special teams is actually 6. Cincinnati is first special teams. That's interesting. So if y'all want to know, I'll tell you the top 6 on DVOA. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll tell you the top 6. Rams is first. Kansas City is second. Buffalo's third. Cincinnati is fourth. San Francisco's fifth. And Tampa Bay is sixth. There you go.
Not bad.
I can turn this off now.
Yes. Honestly speaking, a lot of familiar going on right there, but now it's time to see if Jimmy G can finally do something for once and put themselves in a position to win. Because let's be honest, the last week didn't do anything at all. People talk about, oh, Jimmy G has the numbers. He's a winner. I mean, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything.
Who the hell said numbers? The hell?
He didn't. As far as like, oh, he has numbers. He can win. As far as like playoff numbers. So about, I don't want to hear that crap. I want to hear
numbers. They line their ass off.
The last 2 wins. The first game he was terrible against Dallas. He was awful against Dallas, and didn't have to do anything because the Green Bay's
Aaron Rodgers is a loser.
Aaron Rodgers is a loser, and the Green Bay's special teams is the worst in football.
Probably football history.
Yes.
To block, get your kick and your punt block in the same game. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
They're awful. So, and I know it's hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. It's really hard, especially a division rival. Despite the fan probably being a home game for the 49ers, I do think the Rams are due to finally get one where it matters, and they'll win this game. It's going to be very, very low scoring. I think I'm looking at 20-17, 17-14 type of game. Both defenses are going to play their hearts out, and I'm kind of very concerned the fact that we're not sure if Deebo Samuel will be 100% healthy coming into this game.
I don't think anybody in the team is 100%.
So the health may catch up to them, but then again, you can't bet out, you can't count out that defense. Defense played,
and which bodes my question: you sure you're not smelling some 2007, 2011 hocus pocus with this team?
No. At least I was, but it ends here. I think it ends here.
That's what they said. And what happened? That's why I say hocus pocus.
And they beat the Chiefs? Do you think they're gonna beat the Chiefs?
They beat the Patriots.
Those
2 teams I'm talking about.
You say you're gonna beat the Chiefs? Is the San Francisco 49ers, Jimmy G, gonna finally beat the Chiefs? That's what you're saying?
Eli beat the Patriots twice.
That's
so why
not? Listen, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about right now. Right now as we speak.
We're all going to say no, but they said no back then too.
I don't give a shit.
And what happened?
I don't give a shit what they said then. I'm telling you now that's not happening. And if
history always repeats itself. I'm just saying.
Screw them. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm going with this. The Rams are gonna find a way to win this. Will win this game. It'll be a hard fought battle. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy whatsoever. Hard hitting. Everybody. It's gonna be really ugly, like smash mouth football, especially in a game where literally you're playing for all the marbles. When you go to the Super Bowl, you want it. That's why I love the scene. That type of gritty game. But too bad to play in a dome in LA. It's not like gritty bad weather, but I'll take it though. The Rams win this game. I'm gonna say 20-17, maybe 17-14. It's gonna be very, very ugly. I love that defensive slugfest, and that's what I want. And it's gonna happen. I'm going with that.
It's kind of hard to beat someone when they have your number, especially when that person was your boss for like 3 years in Washington. Talking about Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Shanahan was literally his boss for like a few years. So it's kind of hard when someone literally knows you because they kind of raised you. You know what I mean?
So it's kind of like more like, oh, my son.
Yeah, like that's why those jokes are funnier when it's become with them, because he literally was under, like, Sean McVay was literally under Kyle Shanahan's
Shanahan.
tutelage for a
Yes.
while. Like that's that literal thing. So it's funny when we make those jokes like you can't beat your father yet because he kind of was like at least your big brother at least for a while. It's interesting. It's really crazy how Shanahan has always found a way to absolutely annihilate this defensive schemes, and always found a way to slow down the finesse that is McVay's play calling. It's always interesting. I always find I love it, and it almost doesn't matter like what Shanahan has. Like he always finds a way to do it. There is a correlation though. The correlation though is that when Shanahan does win, he usually has there's this H word. What's that H word? He would have a healthy team when he does it. Outside of last year, just 2020 was just
A weird year.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. The Rams weren't very good last year anyway, so the Rams are good this year. They're at home, right? Doesn't matter because you're not gonna have no fans there. But they're in the dome, and that usually does very good wonders for pass heavy teams. The run game hasn't been all that good for Rams anyway, so there's a chance that he may not even try to do that much this game, especially since his number one running back decided to fumble twice and almost lost in the game. To me, we said in the last episode, I was a coaching blunder because Sonny Michel should have been carrying the ball in the fourth quarter. He doesn't fumble, but whatever. You might see more of that if he's trying to protect leads. They were up 17-0 the last time they played.
It didn't matter.
And then they got conservative, and then they completely choked that lead away and lost in overtime, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's not doing that this time. I think Matthew Stafford's going to put on a show. I like this defense, though. This San Francisco defense really has been kicking ass the last 2 weeks, and they've really been doing their thing. But there's something that analytics and analysts ourselves can't really put together, and it's emotion. I really think it's going to be like 60-40% plus 49ers fan, but there's going to be 40% Los Angeles Rams fans there. And I think they are going to make a small difference, and it's going to be enough. It's encouraging, when you perform. We've done it. We've been in performances. We've done concerts and whatnot.
Yeah,
feels good, man. When you got the crowd cheering for you, you do your thing. I know I've done solos and stuff, and it feels good hearing the crowd going for you. You know what I mean? I think even though it won't be as loud as maybe Niners fans, that's gonna be enough to get them going. I really think they're gonna continue what they did in week 18. I like the Rams for one reason, is because they're the healthier team. That's literally the only reason. Because I think if Shanahan had a completely healthy team, because Williams is banged up, Deebo Samuel's banged up, Garoppolo's not healthy, you know what I'm saying? Nick Bosa and Brett Warner has been hurt all playoffs long. There's so many injured players in this 49ers team. It has to come back at them eventually, similar to what happened with Tampa Bay last week. If I'm trying to figure out if we made fun of the Rams, I think it might have been off camera, saying that they might have a Phoenix Suns-ish type run to the Super Bowl, the way the Phoenix Suns have for the NBA Finals. They played everybody at their weakest. The Rams might have that same thing, but you know what? Who cares? They're going to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like an NBA where you pay for it when you play a healthier team in 7 games. There's only one game, baby. It only takes one win, and you're good.
Which is kind of like they finally get that Super Bowl match they wanted 3 years ago, when that 54-51 game.
Unfortunately, we might get something similar to that.
Oh,
2 weeks from now.
Oh, if that happens, they're talking about it's the greatest.
It's not gonna go in the 50s.
No, they're like, this is probably the greatest Super Bowl ever played. Oh my god! Please, just for the life of me, I will gladly take the duel we had last week with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen in the Super Bowl. I'll take that. I will definitely take that. But 54-51 in the Super Bowl, I'm no. This is bad. Bad for the league. I don't care. You guys, you're haters. Shut up. Tell y'all talk on that garbage. Play defense. Why do y'all hate defense so much?
I don't know.
Good question.
So I'm interested to see how the San Francisco run blocking scheme goes against this entire front seven of the Los Angeles Rams, who usually have trouble when it comes to running the football. But more so when Jimmy has to drop back and pass. Will Trent Williams, who's banged up, gonna be able to deal with Von Miller, who apparently is 2015 version? That's gonna be the matchup I want to see out of everybody else. And Aaron Donald played like garbage in the last time he played too. Will he play like garbage again? I doubt it because he's Aaron Donald. So that's the key for me in this game. Is going to be trench play. Will Los Angeles be able to dominate the offensive line, which I don't think anyone really does against San Francisco. So that's going to be very interesting to see. But I do like the Rams in this game. I like them. I like 27-20, a little higher scoring than you. I like 27-20 or 27-17. 27-20. I'm gonna put some respect in San Francisco. They're gonna lose by 7. But I like both favorites covering this weekend. I like them. Both covering. Saying it to myself a lot to make sure I believe it. I do believe it. Yeah. I like the 3.5 for the Rams because they're the healthier team and they have something. It's not that they have something to play for because everybody has something to play for. It's stupid to say. I mean, it's more than just a Super Bowl berth. It's to get over that hump of a team that's been whooping your ass for the last 2 years. I think that chip in their shoulder is gonna be there. And I will also bet that McVay will not run to the end zone like a cheerleader this time. He'll actually stay in the sideline this time.
Don't do it.
Yeah, but I like the Rams. I like 27-20. Rams covering 3.5. I like Kansas City 30. I said 35-24, right? Yeah. Covering the 7-point spread at home. Both home teams win. Chiefs versus Rams Super Bowl. And this will be the second year in a row that a team will host the Super Bowl at their own house.
Boo.
Yeah. Again, after 54 straight Super Bowls, we got 55 and 56 are hosting at a team's home stadium for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, you have to worry about next year. That's not happening.
It's somewhat trash, isn't it?
It's in Arizona.
Of course, you would say that real quick. Then again, yeah, the way they play this postseason, yeah, ain't gonna reach no Super Bowl. Definitely not. Definitely. All right, a 30-minute episode. We did it.
We did it. I'm happy for us.
Next episode will be way longer because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's gonna be at least 50 to 30 an hour because I know we're gonna be able to unpack some stuff this Sunday. I know for a fact.
And plus, whatever.
We didn't talk about champagne, did we?
No, we did not.
Oh well, we'll do it next time. Anyway,
yes. Make sure you like, share, and we have to talk about the next week because I think they're gonna be screwed.
But, the Saints? Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. And we also need to find something to talk about because next week is the empty week.
Yes.
So yeah.
Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. We are on Apple Podcasts. We're Apple affiliates. You guys just type our names in, and we are there. You can download us from there. Listen to us. Whatever you want to do. We're also available on any other podcast platform that you guys social place to use. YouTube, we're there as well. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Type in the Sports Daddy Podcast. Join the group. And yeah, we have a good time, man. Have a good time. Other than that, peace, love, and applesauce. And